Hello everybody, welcome back to FM24 with the European Journeyman Save as we're diving into our first game with AS Monaco, straight in at the deep end, PSG. Let's get into it. Yes, hello everybody, welcome back to the save, and it is Monaco versus PSG on the 11th of March. 14th place Monaco take on league leaders and runaway leaders at that, PSG. Going to be very difficult. This game, straight in at the deep end, as I said. If we lose this game and Le Havre win their game, we will be 1 point away from relegation, which is quite the concern, isn't it? But we're not going to be hanging around. We did all the intro to the squad in the last episode. If you didn't see it, go check it out. So this one, we're going to get into it. We're going to pick our first squad as AS Monaco manager and see how we get on against PSG. It's going to be a very tough game. We're sticking with the same system that's got us to this point in the Journeyman Save in Monaco. It's got us from second division in Hungary to one of what should be the best clubs in France. So it's clearly a good strategy and it works very well. But we know that Yoris Mallet is going to be our goalkeeper in goal, one of the best players at the club. Now we do have a lot of not selection issues, but question marks we can have. We're going to go with Elric Regenholt at left back, a very attacking left back for us there, which is fine. Sort of have to go with Pedro Borges or Wilfried Singo, both who are at the tail end of their careers, let's say. 34-year-old Wilfried Singo is still looking pretty good, and Pedro Borges, he's not at the tail end, is he? He's 25, but not the best. So Wilfried Singo has better crossing, etc, etc. He's going to go in at right back. Now in the middle, we do have a number of options. Beraldo's in here, 31-year-old Italian, Brazilian, lots of caps for Brazil, looks pretty good, 6'1", very physical. We have Jean-Claire Todibo, who I can't believe Monaco actually paid money for, to 35-year-old, but he is there. He may get a little run out as well. We might see if he's going to be the starter. Oumar Soleil is probably one of the ones I'm like, yeah, could do. Not sure. 35 years old, transfer listed, jumping reach of 17. Not too worried about him. Daniel Freitas is another one that we can probably utilise. 6'2", very good physical defender. He probably will be, I think he will be a starter in there. Let's put Daniel Freitas in there straight away. We've got two holding midfielders that we need to pick as well. But then from, do we do Todibo? Maybe it is Todibo. Maybe it's Todibo's time to shine because Marcelo Bielsa is injured. And again, one I'm not too sure about. Let's put Jean-Claire Todibo in there at the back and see how he gets on. Give him a chance. It's PSG, so we're probably going to lose anyway. But the two are holding midfield. Then Samuel Ricky is, although again a little bit older at 33, still a very good player. Can give us a bit of an attacking output from that role in there as well. And then Florentine Louise, we have potential to use in here, 35 years old. It'll be a very old midfield if we play them both. And then we've got Van Heck, who probably will get the nod purely because he's not 35. So we'll put Van Hoek in there as well. And then getting into the attacking four. So we have Traore, who is very good and is probably going to be our starting striker. I say probably, he's 100% going to be our starting striker. There's no questions about that. Paulo Abdallah was another one very good on the left-hand side. So he's going to get the nod over there on to the left wing as that inside forward. And then we've got the right-hand side where Akamach, I wasn't too enthralled with the fact that he was at the club. 30-year-old Ilas Akamach could still do a pretty good job for it, or we've got to play someone slightly out of position. Someone like Walid Gordon potentially could be here. Not the best passer of the ball, but can do a job in behind. But whoever we basically don't pick to play in behind the striker is going to be playing on the right hand side, and given that he's transfer listed, I think that sort of makes my mind up for me. So we'll put Walid Gordon in there, and then Akamach will start on the right hand side, and that is going to be our first ever chosen team for starting 11 anyway. Loic Doment is going to go on the bench. Sariaka can go on there. Luca can go on the bench. I don't know, how many do we get? We get 9. So let's go Beraldo, Borges, Louise. That's 6, 7, 8, 9. It's pretty much everybody we can other than Soleil. So There we go. That is our first ever squad picked, and let's get into the deep end and take on PSG. The good news about it is that we're home. We're playing at home, so there will be that boost from the crowd. The new manager bounce will hopefully be a thing. They are not starting Kylian Mbappe, but they are starting Musiala, who I didn't see they had. Brilliant. Their team is just ridiculously good. Like, ridiculously good. PSG are second, we're 12th. We need to step things up to get to their level, and then we're going to give them all a bit of encouragement and get through there. As I said, after this game, we'll probably just accelerate through to the end of the season, get that done, so that we can then have a transfer window where we can organise this squad, get some of those older statesmen out the door. Even Todibo, who they've just brought in, I'll try and move him on for a bit of money, because you can't be having like these 4 players here being all over the age of 31. You need energy, you need pace, you need ability. So we need to see how it goes. But we do have the ball. Here is Samuel Ricky. Up it goes to Akamache. Akamache out to Reingold, who's pushed forward from the left-hand side. Squares it. It's a good save from Donnarumma. Ricky is still there, and Godin has to go all the way back to his centre-backs. But a positive start from Monaco. We haven't technically had a shot yet in the game, but there's PSG. They've scored 1-0. Claudio Peralta, his first goal of the season. Would you believe it? Would you Adam and Eve it against us? His first goal of the season in March, where we've only got about 8 games left to go. And Zaire Emery picks him out wonderfully. The man on the line didn't do anything. The goalkeeper couldn't reach it. 1-0 PSG. Really disappointing. We've gone up the other end, had an opportunity. Donnarumma made a good save. And then they've decided that PSG, that's enough of that. Peralta into Alvaro. Into Johansson. Oh, I thought we were going to nick that ball. Zaire Emery comes forward into Loray's great turn. It's 2. PSG are ripping us to shreds. Right, let's go cautious. See if we can hit them on a bit more of a counter. Instructions, in transition, counter. Don't go and counter press them. This was always going to be tough. And it's annoying that you score that first goal and it's just completely different, right? Loray's great first touch. And, yeah, you expect him to score. I don't expect the goalkeeper to do too much different from that position. We are going to get a kickoff highlight, though, as Godin goes out to Singo. I do think, and someone mentioned... Oh, Akamatch is in here. Akamatch shoots, goal! Okay, 2-1. Someone mentioned it in the comment section on the last video to sort of be like, this situation proves how bad the AI are at managing squads and building squads. Like, Monaco... Really, I mean, they wouldn't. I just can't imagine they would pick up Jean-Claire Todibo for like £4 million when he's 35 years old from PSG. I just couldn't see that happening in real life. Maybe it will, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know. I agree with the comment that said this sort of proves that the AI squad management and squad building in this game isn't the greatest, and it hasn't been the greatest for quite a time. And it is one of those things that the further you get into your game universe, the worse the AI seems to get at it as well. Obviously, I'm a big fan of long-term saves, doing youth academy challenges and building nations and things like that. But it does seem a little weird that they still haven't got it right. And I hope for FM25 that is something they look into. It sort of feels like the developers need to sim a game for more than like 4 or 5 seasons. They need to go a bit further in. As Akamatch is there, squares it. Oh my word, it was nearly an opportunity again. Van Hoek picks up the ball into Todibo. Todibo, yeah, we just recovered it there, but it's not the greatest, is it? When you look at Monaco's sort of standing in the game and how much money they had, the signings they've made aren't the best. Now, I'm sure there's... Oh, Singo! Oh my god, we've hit the post and Todibo couldn't put the rebound in. But I'm sure there is an element to it of the club culture and the manager's preferences and things like that, but it's not great. It's not great. So we're going to turn that around and we're going to build them a super squad and beat PSG. We're here until we beat PSG in the league. I'm going to say you've been unlucky. Yeah, I'm going to say you've been unlucky. We are going to topple PSG in the league unless a bigger club comes and offers us a job interview before we get a chance to do that. But this will probably be one of the toughest challenges of this European Journeyman, I think, toppling PSG with this AS Monaco team where we've inherited it. I think to take over a team in 14th and then make them title challengers and potential league winners is is going to be quite the achievement, and I'm looking forward to building that in. As Johansson into Emery's offside. Laraez looked offside. The flag is up. It certainly looked offside. It will be checked by the VAR, or in France as they call it, VAR. It is disallowed. There we go. Oh, you can see it. You could see it straight away. You could see it. You didn't have to worry too much about that one. We do need to make some changes. We've got some poor ratings in the midfield as Donnarumma plucks that one out of the sky very easily. And I just wonder, do we balance it? Let's go balance rather than cautious. Let's throw a little bit more pressure onto PSG and see if we can get that ball back, because we have a little bit of stuttering there in the game. Castello Jr. Oh, he's going to give it away. Traore's in. He's missed. Oh, my word. His attributes are so good. How has he missed that? He's on a 6.1. He is having a shocker. Honestly, the only person that's playing well is Akamatch, who I said I didn't like the look of in the last episode. We will bring him off for Moussa Diop. That was a terrible, terrible attempt at a goal when it was gifted to him as well. David Luca on for Elric Regenhold. And we do need to mix something up. So Ricky off, Fiorentino Luis is what I was trying to say, is going to come on. And let's just go with that. 3 substitutions on the 55-minute mark. So 10 minutes into the second half. Look at this. We've had the better XG because of that chance. And we're throwing this away. Oh, it would have been great to take points off PSG. It would have been absolutely superb. We'll give them a shout of encouragement, even though we did say we're trying to not utilise shouts all too much. But 20 minutes to go. We have a corner. Akamatch lives it back to Diop. Back to Akamatch in a bit of space. Cuts it across to Debo's shot is blocked. Oh, we're getting in good positions. We're creating decent chances. Not putting them away. Walid Godin will come off for Martin Adelaine in there. And because we need a goal, we're actually going to change higher up the pitch as well. So let's go for... Beraldo's a centre-back. So let's go Pedro Borge. And then we're going to push Wilfried Singo higher up the pitch, which isn't ideal, but he is right-footed playing on the left as an inside forward, so he should cut in and still have some opportunities. But last 15 minutes of our opening game as a Ligue 1 manager, and we have given PSG a game here. They have not done too much in this second half. A goal disallowed, but 1.06 XG. We've had 1.92. So we have had a good performance, and it does seem to suggest that the squad is better than where they currently sit. But with 3 minutes of time added on, I've probably left it a little bit too late to get this back on to attacking. So we'll go with that. But I think it's going to be too little too late. The 3 minutes are up. And it is full time. 2-1. PSG win this one away at Monaco. But yeah, we had the better XG. We had the woodwork. 3 clear-cut chances to 2. Donnarumma got a 6.7. Melee actually recovered himself for the 6.8. Akamatch, man of the match with an 8. So maybe he's proving me wrong, to be honest. But you should all be happy. If we play like that for the rest of the season, we'll easily be safe and above relegation. Yeah, that's our aim, right? Just to not get relegated this year. But 25 points from 25 games. Normally, copying Lelujo, the Kev ratio of if you have the same amount of points as games, you're normally safe in Football Manager. Ryan Shawcross, we're bringing in a lot of our old staff members that we had. That was Ryan Gold's his debut. Bloody hell. Okay. As Akamatch gets our goal, and we will give this responsibility to our assistant manager. And yeah, so not too bad. Just a quick episode to get this one up and running with AS Monaco today. But yeah, we'll be back in the next episode for the end of the season to just review how it's gone, where we think we want to upgrade the squad, and potentially looking at signings as well to see who we can bring in over the summer. But I think we desperately need fullbacks. We need to look to improve our fullbacks positions. Maybe an attacking midfielder. Wingers, I think, looks pretty crucial as well to see who we've got there. I guess the one thing I haven't checked is who do we have that's currently out on loan. Vanderson, 33 years old. He'll be on the chopping block as well. Kamara's 35. Kostuplis, 33. We have Alassane Silla. He looks pretty decent as a youngster, 19 years old. And then we have Gregory Monnier, 26 years old. Again, could probably do a job, to be honest. And Hassim Hassan, who looks very good, but 33 years old as well, so we'll look to move him on. So, okay, the people out on loan, aren't really going to do too much of a difference in terms of the squad. Let me know your thoughts down below. Where do you think we should be increasing or improving this squad as we go into our first full season as AS Monaco manager? And yeah, we'll see how it goes. So we could bring in Walsiak as the right winger from Malmo, who I was interested to bring in anyway. Yeah, interesting. Thank you so much for watching. Please do leave a like, continue to like the series, leave comments. It gets the videos a bit more traction out there and everything. I do have an FM25 code that you can use if you go to gamesplanet.com, find FM25 and put in CLF in your voucher code. It will just give them a bit of an affiliate boost. You can get 15% off with that code as well. So if you want to pre-order it now, my recommendation is don't pre-order it until we know a bit more about the game, because it's all a bit up in the air at the moment. But thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you next time. Cheers.